Hello there guys, welcome to Easy Tutorials by Dave, and today, or in this video, we're going to cover the font formatting. Now this area here up in the ribbon, this is all the commands that we'll be looking at, and there's various ways we can access them, but this is the easiest way. But before we can do any of that, we've got to come down here and we've got to highlight this text. Now, various ways we can do that. We can either drag like so. We could use the selection bar, but that puts this in it and we don't want that. Or you could simply place your cursor here, hold Control Shift right arrow key and do each word till you get to the end where you need to be. Let me highlight that one then. So I'll highlight this one, okay? And then we'll go down here. Now, can you see the text changing as we're coming down? So this text down here has a live preview. Can you see it? And it shows you the font changing. And what you do is you go through and you're looking for what you want to change it through. Now, down here, it's asking me to change it to Times New Roman 20 points. So let's have a little look down here. We'll go down. Now notice I'm on C and it goes from A to Z and it goes right down. So we can pick this little bar up here. This is your little scroll box and we can go and just drag it down quickly. Yeah. Alternatively, we could touch the T on the keyboard and notice Times New Roman comes up there as well. There's Times New Roman. It was at the very beginning. Now when I click on Times New Roman, notice it changes to Times New Roman. Then they want the 20 points. Now when we say points, we mean up here, look. Now notice here it's on 10. I've got a couple of different ways I could do it. If I click on here, I can come down here and pick on 20. That's what it's asking me to do. And simple as that. Alternatively, I could use this. This is called the grow, and it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger. As you see here, look, it's jumping up in leaps and bounds. And this one is the shrink. So this one would make it smaller. And you come in and it just makes it smaller. Now, we want it to be on 20, so we just find 20. Pretty much that simple, guys. And that's how you change the font itself. That's the font face, as we call it. Then this one is the size of the font. If you wanted it to a font, let's say I wanted it to 19, and notice here I've got 20 here and 18 there, but I haven't got 19. So if I wanted 19, I can actually physically type in there and press enter, and that will change it to the font size that you're requesting. So it's really good. I'm going to put it back to 20 because that's what they've asked for. Then staying with the character formatting, notice here we've got change case. Now when you click on it here, notice it goes sentence case, it goes to lowercase, it goes to uppercase, which it's currently on at the moment. Then I've got capitalize each word. Notice here, look, each word is capitalized. I can then come down here to toggle case. That means if you put your cap locks on. So if you put your cap locks on and your first characters are capital and the rest is lowercase, or opposite way around, if that's a small letter and these are capitals like that, you can use your toggle and it'll just change it round and it puts it back right for you. Really, really handy if you've made a mistake. But that's good to know. Then this one here is clear formatting. Now notice all the formatting on here. If I come up here and click on that, notice it just takes all your formatting off and gets rid of it all. If you ever do anything, guys, that you don't want to do, you've done it accidental, you've deleted something by accident, or if you've done, you've done like I've just done there, took the formatting off and I think, oh no, I wanted that, do you mean? You come up here into the quick access toolbar here, and notice here, you've got the undo, okay? Now, if I press that once, it will undo the command. If I press it again, it'll do the next command. So I just want to undo that and it brings it back. So the undo button, really. Control Z is the quick key for it. if you wanted to know the quick key. Then we come down here and we come to the bold. Now the bold, watch the writing get fatter. So you're looking at the writing down here, and then you come up here and you click the bold. Can you see it's got bigger and it's off? Now if you keep your eyes on that writing, I'm turning it on, so the bold is off. Now it's on. Now it's off. Now it's on. And it's just literally a toggle switch, on or off. Then what we do is I come up here, look, and I click on the I for italic. Now, if I click on that, can you see it italicizing? Yeah, it's literally on and off. Pretty good, not bad. Now then, I'll leave that off because I'm not keen on italics. I'll take the bold off as well to show you. Now then, here you've got the underline. Now if I click it, notice it puts the underline on. Click it again, it takes the underline off. But if I choose to put the underline on, notice the little drop down list here. I can pick different styles of underline. So I can have a dat and dosh, I can have a little dotted line, I can have a dash dot underline, a wavy underline, yeah. So I can literally put on what I want. I'll put a double underline on, so now you can see a double underline. Then, staying with the underline drop list, notice I can choose more underlines. So here, look, I can choose as many as I like. There's quite a lot in here, so you can go through them all, and pretty good, pretty straightforward stuff. I'll stay with a double line though, so as you can see, I'll stay on the double line on there for you. Now I'll go to underline colour. Now if I change this colour to red, notice it's only the underline that's going to change. Can you see it? It's changing to blue, purple, yeah, red. I'll keep it on red, but notice now the red highlight on the text. So that's really, really good for a lot of reasons. In different companies, they like it. To remove the underline, you just click the underline again, and that literally gets rid of it. And then you've got this one here. Now this is what we call strike through, and this is when you're reading. You might be reading some text, and you're reading what you're reading, and you look and think, oh, I don't like that, I'm not sure about that. So what you can do is, let's imagine I'm reading this, the cat sat on the mat, and I'm not really sure about using the cat sat on. So what I'd do is I'd highlight it like so, and I'd strike through. And notice now, when your reader comes along and reads it, I've striked it. So I'm saying, pay attention, so it's literally handy for letting people know that you want them to change or look at the data wherever they've got on, which is quite good. Then we come to the next little fella, and this is what we call subscript, and this is what we call superscript. Now, to show you how these work, these, 15 meter square and H2O. Now, if I highlight the M and I click on that subscript or superscript, I think the M is, isn't it? Notice now 15 meter square. If we do the H2O, in here, H2O, so the 2 is at the bottom and the M is at the top, so it's literally superscript to subscript. This one, you usually, when they write it, and they write 15th of, TH, and it's the subscript. So sub is down and super is up. So superscript is up, which is this one, and the subscript is down. Then you look at this one. Now this is pretty fancy, this one. So if we highlight this on here, let me take all the formatting off so it goes back to bare bones. And then notice here, I've got the text effects. Now on the text effects, can you see it changing? I can literally make it look different. Now this is great if you're doing party invitations or anything like that, and you've got quite a lot of options. I'm not going to go into it right now, guys, because this is a basic introduction to formatting font, but later on in later videos I will run through them. At this point I'll put this one on, notice that, and then I could again change the size. Look, so I could make the size big, and it is really, really looking good. Yeah, great, like I say, for, you know, posters and invitations, things like that. Really good. But if you had something on like that and you didn't want to take it, you just take all your formatting off and it comes back. Then we can come and say, well, actually, we want the Times New Roman, and then click on the 20 and it just goes back. Literally a couple of clicks and you're there. Then we come to here. Now, what this is what you call your text highlighter. Now, when you've got an highlighting pen and you want to highlight just wherever you want, it's the same principle. So let's imagine we come down here, look, and we can pick the different colours. We'll pick on the yellow, yeah? So we'll pick on the yellow like so, and then you say, right, I'm going to highlight, and there you go, look, it's like highlighting pen. Really great. Again, if you're working in a team and you give each person a different colour, and when you highlight it, they know what they have to look at. So yeah, it's really, really good. Now I want to say no colour, yeah, and then I'm just going to highlight that up like that. Notice now disappears, and it's just with no colour. And then you can stop highlighting, and now it won't highlight no more. Yeah, it's the highlighter. Now this little fella here, this is the font colour. And notice here we've got the little drop down list, and when we click on that, notice we get the palette. Now this is the automatic colour. Then you come down here and you've got your colour themes or your theme colours, and these are Microsoft standards. These are what they're looking at, yeah. And as you can see, look, in the text it's changing colour as I'm going down, different shades, different colours, and you know, you might pick a colour that you want. But if I don't like any of them, and if I'm honest, I really don't, then you've got your standard colours. Now notice along here you've got your standard colours, and again notice the text is changing as I'm rolling over. And let's say that I think, oh well, I'm not really sure, I don't like any of them. You click on this, and this is saying here, this one, it says more colours. Now when you click on this, you'll get this little dialog box pop up. Now the little dialog box, as you can see it, you've got your standard colours, and that's where I want you to click on at this point. You click on your standard colours, and then you've got all these different colours. Now what you've got down here, you've got a little window into two squares. This is the new colour at the top, and then this is the current colour at the bottom. So let's imagine that I look at that and I think, oh, I like that pink. Then notice here, this is the new colour, and this is the current colour. So you can go around here and you can pick them in, and you pick what you want and think, oh yeah, I quite like that one. And then when you're happy with the colour, you say OK, and then it will go and apply it to the font. And you can change this colour on a regular basis because it goes in the recent colours. So now we could just, you know, highlight other text, click on that recent colour. So literally you've got your pick of whatever you want to put it on. Yeah, let's say I pick this one here, or let's say that one there, and I go say okay. Notice now it's gone, and it's like that, and it's changed the colour that you've requested. And then that's it for your font on the main toolbar. Now with some of the words, depending on what version you've got a little mini toolbar. And what happens is, as you put your mouse on highlighted text, it comes up. I think I've got mine turned off, if I'm real honest with you. No, it's on there. Look, show mini toolbar on selected text. So we'll say OK. Now, isn't it typical? I can't get it to work. Look, so if I highlight, oh, there, did you see the little mini toolbar? So what you can do is, you can change your font via this, and you can make it, you know, this is nice and easy and nice and quick. But you can also change your font by, when you highlighting it, or you highlight text, notice it's a faint. Can you see it's faint just above? Now when it's faint, I can choose to ignore it, and I can just carry on and move my mouse. Or when I put my mouse on it, I can go up to it. Now notice when I go up to it, it becomes visible. And now I could change my font there. I could change the size. I could make it grow, obviously shrink it. I've got indents, bold, italic. Yeah, that's a center justification. We'll talk about that in another video. But this is a mini toolbar, and it literally allows you to do things really quick. Now, me personally, I don't like it. It gets in my way. But you can turn it off, and I'll show you that in a later video. But this is just alternate ways of formatting your font. Now, if you don't like any of them, can you remember in the first video, if you've watched it, it tells you, I told you about this little fella here. And this is what you call your Dialog Box launcher. Now, if you click on this, you'll get this little box up, and notice here, this is your font dialog box. Now, this font dialog box, we can change the font here. You'll get a little preview down here, so you can see it down here. And then, you know, you look down here. So if I come down here, let's pick one that you think, yeah, and you can see it. And you see in the preview down here, watch, that's what you're watching, yeah? So literally, you see him changing, and it's all really quite good. But you can do it all from here. And the nice thing about it here, you can change, and you will see the effect here first before you apply it to your text. So it's really good and really quietly easy. And this is how they used to do it in 2003. Then you've got your strike throughs on, and your double strike through, superscript and subscript, yeah. Small caps, all caps, and hidden text. No, I've still got the double strike through. And then if you click on the OK, it will apply it to the text that you've got highlighted. So it's a real, you know, a lot of people like the box. Now, what I do to get that box up, if I'm going to use it, on the keyboard, I press Control D, and that brings the same box up. So it just saves me clicking on there. Just how we use it, really. Now then, that's in there. You say OK on that, and notice that's changed that text as well. But what they're asking over here is we highlight it up. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of all the formatting because it's easy. They want Times New Roman 12. So I'll click on that. I'll go to the Times New Roman, and I'll click that up to 12. Okay, there's the first line done. The second one wants Courier New, and this is an old font, but it's still about. So Courier New, and they want 16 points. So we change this up. Look, notice I'm clicking on this button, and it goes up to 16 points there. Then you highlight this one, and they want this one to be Arial, which it currently is Arial. Again, 16 points. So you click on that, and again, you just go up to 16 points. And then you want Algerian, so we highlight that one, and they're asking for Algerian. There's Algerian is there, and you saw it. And they want that at 18 points, so you just change the font. Notice it's changing here as we're going up, and there's your 18 points. And then we've got Wide Latin, 12 points. So we drop that down, Wide Latin, and then we just put it up to 12 points. And there you go. And then this one is Times New Roman. We've already got it on Times New Roman. And 20 points, which they want. The only thing is the font colour I've changed to pink. And then I'll just put it back to automatic colours. And there you go, guys. That's the basic font formatting, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Just drop us a line. Don't forget, if you subscribe with us, we will give you a little bit of help and what have you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, give me a like. It helps to promote the videos. Thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye.